is Cecil B. Moneygetter, host of Money Talks, a new financial news upload that is laser focused on digital finance, cryptocurrencies, robotics, electric vehicles, stocks, the cannabis industry, and much, much more. Tune in and join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on our Information Meets Execution YouTube channel as we bring you financial news uploads, one trending topic at a time. And don't forget to stay listening, because money talks. Good evening. Today is Monday, August 5th, and you're watching Money Talk. First off, today has been a crazy Monday in the stock market as well as in the crypto market. I would like to say about it all is it's times like this where the wealth is made, as far as people like myself that are just getting in and looking to buy shares on a discount, looking to buy crypto on a discount. We can't get off focus and start listening to the news talking about the market is crashing. It's crashing for people that have all those shares. It's not crashing for us, not for the beginners. Right now is where we get our money. Right now is where we get our assets for cheap. So with that being said, I am not a financial advisor, but what I'm doing is I'm buying. Trending news, Goldman Sachs says recession odds are sky high. Global financial markets are experiencing heightened volatility as investors grow anxious about recession risks in the world's largest economy and move away from riskier assets while seeking refuge in safe haven investments. Japan's Nikkei 225 closed dramatically lower by 13.47% overnight, ending the session at 31,078 points, fully wiping out year-to-date gains. This drop surpasses the 11% decline witnessed in October of 2008 and marks the worst single-day tumble since October 20th, 1987, when the Nikkei 225 index fell by 14.9%. The negative sentiment spread to Europe, with all major indices deep in the red. The Eurozone Stocks 50 index dropped by 3.5% to 4,475, adding to nearly 4.6% decline from the previous week. Banks such as UniCredit, Deutsche Bank, and ING led the losses, all down between 4.5% and 6.5%. Now, futures on the major U.S. equity indices traded sharply lower in pre-market trading. Contracts on the NASDAQ 100 were down by 4.7%, and those on the S&P 500 decreased by 3.4%, with the latter on track for its worst session in almost 2 years. Meanwhile, U.S. Treasury yields continue to fall, reflecting growing investor demand for safe assets and heightened bets on massive interest rate cuts, dropping by 50 basis points last week. The rate-sensitive U.S. 2-year yields fell by a further 15 basis points on Monday, down to 3.72%, the lowest since March of 2023. The 10-year Treasury yield fell by 10 basis points to 3.69%, marking the 8th straight day of lower yields and reaching the lowest level since June of 2023. Yields on long-dated 30-year Treasury notes fell by 7 basis points to 4.03% on Friday. The iShares 20-plus year Treasury bond ETF rallied by 3.1% and was up by 1.3% in pre-market trading on Monday. Concerns about a U.S. recession have been fueled by weaker than expected data released last week. A widely followed survey showed manufacturing activity contracting more than anticipated last month, coupled with negative signals from the U.S. labor market. In July, the U.S. economy added 114,000 non-farm payrolls, significantly lower than the previous 179,000 and below the expected 150,000. Notably, the unemployment rate rose unexpectedly from 4.1% to 4.3%, the highest level since October of 2021. Up next, we have cryptocurrency news. Bitcoin and Ethereum lead the cryptocurrency market freefall as experts addressing growing concerns about a global recession. A perfect storm of economic fears, geopolitical tensions, and leverage positions has sent shockwaves through the digital asset space, with investors fleeing riskier assets. Bitcoin has plummeted to 50,500 at the time of writing, a whopping 17% drop in 24 hours. Ethereum has dropped 23% to $2,250. The total market capitalization has nosedived by 16.5% to $1.86 trillion. This dramatic decline has erased a staggering $510 billion in value over just 3 days, marking one of the most significant sell-offs in recent memory. Providing context to the unfolding situation, Scott Tripp, CEO of Neurai, told Benzinga that the cryptocurrency market is facing a significant downturn. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index has fallen sharply, indicating increased anxiety among market participants. Consequently, both Bitcoin and Ether have reached multi-month lows, pulling the entire crypto market into a severe downturn, Tripp said. This decline has been worsened by the liquidation of 919 million in leveraged long positions, according to CoinGlass data. The catalyst for this market turbulence appears to be a perfect storm of global economic factors and geopolitical tensions. Last week's release of U.S. non-farm payroll data stoked fears of an impending recession, causing investors to retreat from riskier assets. While some analysts argue that these fears may be premature, however, the initial emotional response has contributed to the market's volatility. Adding fuel to the fire, the Bank of Japan raised interest rates for the first time in over a decade, signaling higher costs for what has long been the world's cheapest credit. This move has prompted a reassessment of risk assets valuations across global markets, with the cryptocurrency sector feeling the brunt of this shift. Jonas Kim, partner at AKIG Family Office, said that he feels increasingly encouraged as global affairs continue to impact the cryptocurrency market. The more rapid movements in response to the aftermath of the war and fluctuations in the U.S. market indicate that more major institutions are participating in this market, he added. And in technology news, Elon Musk showcases the Starship's new Raptor engine with more thrust. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk showcased the company's revamped engines for the Starship launch vehicle late on Friday, which needs no heat shields and provides more thrust than older versions. The new version of the engine, called the Raptor 3, does not require any heat shield, and as everything is regeneratively cooled, it is lighter and has more thrust and higher efficiency than Raptor 2, Musk said. Truly a work of art, Musk wrote on the engine, while adding that the team at SpaceX put a staggering amount of work into it, getting close to the limit of known physics. With the new version, SpaceX has got the fundamental architecture of the engine right, but there will still be thousands of improvements going forward, Musk warned. He also noted that the induced mass of the new version of the engine, though better than the previous version, has a lot of room for improvement. SpaceX's Senior Director of Satellite Engineering, Ben Longmire, took to X on Sunday to applaud the Raptor team for their work on the latest version. Raptor 3 is an engineering marvel, Longmire wrote. Might be some more juice to squeeze with a lot more difficulty. The heat fluxes involved exceed all other engineering devices outside of explosives, high-power lasers, and high-power proton electron beams. These are entire multi-state regions in the U.S. that don't process as much thermal power as a single Starship booster taken off. SpaceX VP of Launch, Kiko Donchev, also noted that the Raptor team relentlessly ran the algorithm on the design and build process of the V3 engine. The Raptor engine is used exclusively for SpaceX's ambitious Starship launch vehicle. Up next, IPO. With the start of a new week comes the excitement surrounding a new set of companies looking to make an impact through their public offerings. These enticing companies are scheduled to trade publicly this week. Concentra Group Holdings, Parent Inc. becomes publicly listed starting on July 25th, 2024. The company has a price range set between $23 and $26 with a 180-day lockup period. Concentra Group Holdings, Parent Inc. will be offering 22 million shares at a per share value of $24.50. Next, OnStream Inc. becomes publicly listed starting on July 24, 2024. The company has a price range set between $17 and $19 with a 180-day lockup period. OneStream Inc. will be offering 24 million shares at a per share value of $18. Now, here's to understanding IPOs. Initial public offerings, or IPOs, are the transitional process of private companies deciding to go public and offer shares to investors on exchanges. IPOs typically offer companies the ability to build capital by distributing shares across the market. A company interested in becoming publicly tradable must first meet SEC requirements and work with investment banks through audits to determine pricing, offering date, and other important data points before the offering. Companies and investment banks will work to establish a price range that the stock is expected to sell between. This is known as an offering range. Once a company goes public, its stock comes with an opening price. The insider lockup period is usually a set number of days after an IPO where the company insiders or company employees with a 10% or higher stake in their company cannot sell shares. Remember to tune in Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern to stay ahead of the curve and listen up as money talks so that you can make informed decisions in this fast-paced digital age. Remember, if you found this information important, to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you at the top. Holla.